All right, so this news I forgot to talk about over the weekend, but hey, better late than never, because I do have some thoughts about it. And that is apparently Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige basically revealed that yeah, we're doing a Nova series. They're basically said yeah, we're going to do Nova as a TV series, and Nova is one of those characters that has long been awaited for. Like they have basically been wanting to do like Nova has been one of those characters that a lot of people talk about when it comes to what characters are left not that haven't been brought into the MCU. Even though yes, we do have the Nova Corps, or did have the Nova Corps, it now falls to we want to see the actual superhero Nova. So yeah, I think this is like having it as a TV series, or why even call it a TV series? I know in the title I'm gonna call it a TV series, but I'm I'm basically like I'm basically like it should be called streaming service, and yeah. Now Nova has been talked about a lot, and whenever we bring up Nova News, that sounds like a that sounds like a like independent news group that would totally be non-biased, and also like it would totally be non-biased in their views, but totally biased, and also like would cave to the first corporate sponsor. I'm not naming anybody outright, but anyway, so getting back to my point, Nova has always been a character we've wanted to see. One of the cosmic characters we wanted to have. Now the big question, let's talk about the big question for this series, which Nova are we going to do? That's always been the question I have wondered. And I think a lot of people have wondered because it's like Green Lantern. And I think the whole news of a Green Lantern TV show from DC has really I think that was also kind of a thing that prompted Marvel to really get their ass in gear about a Nova TV show, because they were probably like, hey, they're going to do a TV show about Green Lantern. We have Green Lanterns too, they're called Nova. Feige, get your fucking ass in gear and get that Nova character out there. Now, again, so there are so many, there are only really 2 Nova Corps members. It isn't like with Green Lantern where we only have, we have so many Green Lanterns. And you could do a show on any of them. Hell, we're getting Guy Gardner in Superman Legacy, plus we're getting a show about Hal and Jon Stewart in a Green Lantern show. So this leaves the question, which ones are we going to do? Let's talk about the first one, Richard Rider. And I guarantee you they'll probably make the joke of Dick Rider. You might as well get the joke out now, because I know that's going to be in the comments. So Richard Rider is the first Nova, and he's still a popular character. And then we have Sam Alexander, the one who I'm pretty sure if Jeff Loeb still had a lot of power at Marvel, and I mean he does, but like he doesn't have it in the corporate level. His corporate abilities have kind of diminished as of late. So I'm pretty sure if this happened early in the MCU and Jeff Loeb had a lot more say at Marvel, I'm pretty sure he'd been like, we're doing Sam Alexander because I said so. So there's still a chance we could get Sam Alexander, or we could get both. The big thing is, we'll probably already know the story of what this show is about. Like, the Nova Corps is gone, Thanos destroyed them to get the Power Stone. And that's what I've always said, if you're going to do a Nova show, one of the things I didn't like in Infinity War was not showing the Nova Corps, like, showing the destruction of the Nova Corps. So I want to have that scene of the Nova Corps battling Thanos and the Black Order, and showing the destruction of it. So you have to open with that, and also like showcase, was Richard and or Sam members of the Nova Corps? They obviously weren't. So the power of the Nova Prime probably went to like how did it get to Earth? How did Sam Alexander or Richard Rider get to it? The other thing is, who do we have as the villain? I personally think Nova will probably feature like a Skrull-based villain. That's my belief. And I know, like, why don't they have Annihilus as the big villain? Because I think the idea is to, I don't think they would do, like, a loose adaptation in just a Nova show I'm not. Then again, I'm not a producer over at Marvel, so what the fuck do I know? I think this will lead to like what I think will happen is that they will do Annihilation as either a movie or a streaming show. Although, to be fair, the last time they did a streaming show about a major event, it sucked even more than the event. Looking at you directly, Secret Invasion. So, I personally believe, like, maybe not do Annihilus as the big villain. Again, you could have Kalurt, the Super Skrull, you could have Paibok, you could have the Blood Brothers. There's a lot of cosmic characters out there that you can still use without depending on major ones and then have to change it last minute when you do the actual event. As much as I love the MCU, they are guilty of doing this a lot. So, I think that like this could be the building block to an Annihilation storyline, and also open the door to other cosmic characters. Like maybe for if they do an MCU version of Annihilation, again, Nova's that building block, and then we have there's a fucking mosquito flying around here. Sorry, you could do a storyline with Nova, and then you build up. You can have the Guardians come back. The new version of the Guardians we saw at Volume 3. Then we have, you could bring back the Eternals and do something with them. And maybe some other cosmic characters. Like, this is how we bring in... well, we already... we've kind of brought every major one, but maybe the other... we've kind of already set up this... we've brought all the major players for Annihilation... in one way or another, in a weird way. All we needed was really Nova to kind of helm the charge. So, yeah. Again, I think it would be dumb to do Annihilus as the Nova series villain. He didn't, but then again, he never really had a lot of a rogues gallery. But I don't want them to do Annihilation without doing Annihilation. Does that make any sense? Anyway, I'm rambling now. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of the announcement of a Nova TV series? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Do you want it to be Rider, or do you want it to be Alexander? I've seen Marvel put a lot of hype back on Richard Rider, so it might be him when they get back to Nova, but you never know. Also, do you want to see the fall of Xandar and see Thanos again just wreck house? And also, who do you want to see as the villain? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.